Hello everybody, happy Saturday. Dustin, Starr here on the heels of the biggest match yet here in Memphis Wrestling, and OMG, let me get this situated here. What a show we had for the third and final installment of our Super Bout. Welcome everybody once again. I am Dustin Starr. Let's talk some Memphis Wrestling. Lots of big stuff coming up. We have a lot of really good live events. It went on sale today that Sunday, April the 16th, Memphis Wrestling goes all elite with Jerry Lynn. Those tickets are on sale and selling right now. ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Also, March 26th, we are celebrating spring break with Memphis Wrestling Lucha Lit Star, Lindsay Dorado, and it's all presented by our friends at Homer Skelton Ford in Olive Branch. So what's up, everybody? Let me get caught up real quick. Patrick Moore is in the house. Michael Wade is here as well. Said, what's going on, Mempho peoples, especially Dustin. Oh, yeah, what's up? Patrick says, I hope Gun Show gets Danny limelight for the United Wrestling Network World Championship soon. I'm telling you, Patrick, there's a reason that match has not happened. No disrespect to our guy Danny Limelight. Whew, but the Gun Show slayed the beast today. And the question is that you guys were asking is, what does the Gun Show think about it? Was he in on it? I don't think he was. Looked like he threw down the championship belt, and I'm sure we're going to hear from the Gun Show next week. Something's got to happen next week. But also, we are hearing that K Toomer has suffered some sort of concussion at the hands of Maurice the Strong. Crowbar to the back of the head. You guys go ahead and put your comments and your questions in here, and I'll try to get caught up. There is a lot to unpack here. Also, Memphis Wrestling is getting franchised, and that's coming up next week on the program. Steve G says, totally agree with you on that one. Okay. Arturo says, hello, Dustin. How are you? I'm doing good today. We have a Memphis Grizzlies game tonight. I am also gearing up for the Memphis Redbird season. Check out this baseball jersey custom for Memphis Wrestling. We're getting ready. I'll tell you all about it in just a minute. Big Dan in the house. What's up? What about the fan getting super kicked at ringside? Where were you, Big Dan? What's up, Glenn? How are you? Michael says, hey, chat, did you notice he was only introduced as the Gun Show? No mentions of Brett Michaels. Well, I think that's just branding, to be perfectly honest with you, as he is the Gun Show. Boom! So I don't think you're looking a little too much into that, Michael. But Arturo, spring break, I'm excited for that. Yes, Lindsay Dorado will be there live. Those tickets are on sale right now, ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. There might be a couple of ringside seats left. I can't wait to see Lindsay flying through the air. Also, there's going to be a big spring break party. And again, it's presented by Homer Skelton Ford. Willie, Gio, and Draco versus the Posse. Hey now. What did you guys think of Gio and Draco? I really love that tag team. And Brody, the rock star, is here. What's up, Brody? Hopefully I'll see you very soon. Thoughts and prayers. Stay strong out there and keep fighting every day, brother. So I'm glad to see you here in the chat. I saw you in the live chat as well. Very good. Good to see you, Brody. Lurvy says, hello, Dustin. Interference from Barnabas and Maurice the Strong ahead of Aaron Roberts and Justin Case. How did that happen? What's their beef with K Toomer? I have no idea. But if you stay tuned, I'm sure we're going to find out. And you're right, Aaron Roberts and Justin Case have been extremely vocal. About K Toomer, the Gun Show, the championship belts, and everything else. So we'll see. Steve G, hello, Dustin. When do we see the actual female champion on your show again? Cassandra Golden is coming up very soon. I do not have format sheets in front of me, but I would imagine that she should be on next week's program. Usually she's on every single week. This week we had Nyx going head-to-head against Storybook Prince Gaston. And I don't even know, I chuckle when I even think about Ellsworth Enterprise. These guys are match made in heaven, I'll tell you that. Let me see, where was I? Steve G, that was you. Patrick, is Lindsay Dorado defending the MLW World Middleweight title? Just like Hammerstone defended MLW title against Ortiz. That title did not appear on camera, I do not believe. so I think it was marketed that way. But no, Lindsay's coming in for Spring Break Lucha Lit. It's going to be something very, very fun. You guys are going to enjoy it. It's not really about the MLW World Middleweight Championship, although that's a very, very good point, bringing in one of the top independent wrestlers in the world who holds a championship in a very large company. So we're happy to have Lindsay here. Myself and Grizz over at the Memphis Grizzlies, we did a bit with the Lucha House Party in WWE a couple of years back. Lucha, Lucha, Lucha. So who knows, maybe you'll see Lucha Grizz make a return. Now I'm thinking about it. Anyways, Lindsay's coming. It's not about the MLW title. Glenn, I'm ready for baseball as well. It's coming up, and perfect segue here. I've got my baseball Memphis wrestling jersey on here, and coming up in July at AutoZone Park, the Memphis Redbirds are going to have wrestling night. It's going to be on a Friday night. I believe the date is already set, but I want to wait before I give it to you. But it is coming up. It's coming up on a Friday night at AutoZone Park. We are tag teaming with the Memphis Redbirds, and we cannot wait. We are so excited. So I will give you more information as the story develops, like they say, but you'll be able to see all the information on our social media right here on YouTube or ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. All right, so yes, baseball season is coming. Let me get caught up, man. You guys are fast, or maybe I'm just slow. Ooh, wow, I missed a lot of these. Okay. A fan came to tell me about it. I was in the lobby. I did finally make it to him. Big Dan on the scene at Memphis Wrestling. Arturo, I think that not only is Hollywood Click going to be taught a lesson from me, but the circus is going to be taught a lesson for good this time. I think you're right. You poke the bear, you're bound to get eaten alive. K. Toomer's the biggest, baddest bear we got. Not to mention, I'm sure the gun show is none too pleased at what Barnabas and Maurice did. Adam says, yes, Wrestle Weekend 4, a.k.a. WrestleMania Weekend on the horizon. Brother, any special shows for those dates in April 1st and 2nd? We will be live at Dave & Buster's on April 1st and 2nd for WrestleMania watch parties. You can watch with us absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. I believe these watch parties are taking place all across the United States at participating locations. However, in Memphis, I will be there. Some of the stars of Memphis Wrestling will be there. We'll have free tickets. We all watch together and cheer at the TV. It is a ton of fun. You can go back and look at some of the clips on our social media, especially in our stories and such. It is such a great time watching wrestling with all the fans. So WrestleMania, that's April 1st and 2nd. And then on April the 16th, we have Jerry Lynn coming to the WrestleCenter. So he'll be here for television. Also a special Jerry Lynn tryout and wrestling seminar. So he's coming to teach the stars of tomorrow, as well as some of the wrestlers that are already on the crew. And then we have just confirmed, and these are not on sale yet, but it is confirmed that on Saturday, April the 29th, we will be live in Strayhorn, Mississippi with the Strayhorn Band Boosters Club. So we are coming to tag team with the Booster Band, or the Band Booster, in order to raise money for what they've got coming up this year in school. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets will be on sale very, very soon. Strayhorn, Mississippi is out kind of near Senatobia. So it's very, very close to Memphis, Tennessee. And it's going to be for a very, very good cause. So once again, the Memphis Wrestling Championship community tag teaming with a local school to help raise funds. It's going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to be selling those tickets on ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. So we've got a little bit more details to get through the schools. I believe tickets should go on sale on Monday, so I'll have more for you as that develops. Robert says, Dustin, have you been watching Ring of Honor on Honor Club? No, I have not, but I've been watching a lot of AEW. Big Dan says he wants a Memphis Wrestling baseball shirt. Well, this is one of those special exclusives. Larry says, NWA around since the age of dinosaurs. What were you thinking, Dustin? Oh, yeah, match between Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Stegosaurus. Who will win? You're about right. I mean, Memphis Wrestling was invented a long, long time ago. I mean, like when the dinosaurs were invented, and here we are. But the business has changed. So back in the day, the NWA would have all of these other territories, and the champion would travel, and there would be clout, and, they would sell tickets and stuff like that. Well, today's day and age is a whole lot different than it was back then, even with Memphis Wrestling. So I'll speak to that. The way that we are changing Memphis Wrestling is you don't tune in and see the same old guys every single week on television. And I do not mean any disrespect by that. When you tune into Memphis Wrestling, you're going to see stars from AEW, from WWE, from the WWE Hall of Fame, MLW, NWA, Ring of Honor, reality of wrestling, you name it, and you will see them all come through Memphis Wrestling. And what I want you fans to say, when you think of Memphis Wrestling, I want you to think, oh my gosh, who's coming next? I mean, just think of all the names that we've had in the last couple of years. And so changing the landscape of Memphis Wrestling to where it is unpredictable and you never know who's coming next, instead of the same old stuff that we've had for years and years and years. So yes, I would totally book a Tyrannosaurus Rex versus a Stegosaurus. Actually, didn't we have one in the ring a couple of weeks ago with Cousin Luke? I'm totally kidding, guys. Willie says, I'm at a loss because Cassandra Golden wasn't on today's broadcast. Cassandra Golden was not available on the date of our Super Bout, so that's why she was not on the program. Michael, do want to tell Memphis Wrestling fans know that the thyroid removal surgery is Monday. Michael, man, we are praying for you, just like we were praying for Brody. Wishing you a speedy recovery, and hopefully everything goes okay with that thyroid removal, Michael. We really appreciate all of your support. Wish I had a Redbird shirt with number 11. That could happen, Big Dan. Sam says, I'm just here to say much love, Dustin. I hope to run into you later this year. Sam, yes. Good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you later. Steve says, not Cassandra. Heather Monroe. Oh, Heather Monroe. She did return to FedEx Forum at our Memphis Tigers Wrestling Day. It was really, really cool. That match is actually posted here. All those matches are available at MemphisWrestlingPlus.com. Lurvy says Heather Monroe and Dirty Diana Taylor, a tag team Jimmy wishes he could have in the Hollywood Clique, but won't. You're probably right. I think Heather's too smart for that. Willie says NWA debuted in 1948. Look, I'm not hating NWA. Their business model has changed. They are much like us now, instead of like the territory stuff that they used to do. So that's all I'm saying. They were invented a million years ago, and so was Memphis Wrestling. Go ahead, Willie, and look up when Memphis Wrestling was debuted. And you got to go back. You got to go back to the Channel 13 days, too. Gaston versus Queen in a fairy tale brawl. What do you think? I love it. Heather Monroe and STDDDT. Glenn says, you remember WOWF? Yes, I do. Richie Anderson passed away. Glenn, can you send me a DM and give me some more information on that, man? Please? That was way back, man, over 20 years ago. Adam says, we'll make Cinderella the referee for that match. Burnt Popcorn Productions. Woo, I knew I smelled something. It says, almost got the cash to buy multiple tickets to multiple shows with myself and my son. We love Memphis Wrestling. Well, Burnt Popcorn Productions, if you ever need any help, you just let me know, because right here in these chats, when we do have that money that is donated, and there's a little button around here that's a little $sign, but when we have money donated, that money does go to buy tickets and to help anybody and everybody who needs help getting tickets to come to the show. So send me a DM and maybe we can hook you up with a discount code or something like that, because we'd love for you guys to come to Memphis Wrestling. Bo says, can we all agree the comeback of the year belongs to Suit You? Well, you just wait, man. Terrence Ward's been looking good. Pete Pranica's been looking good. My man Jason Vane's been looking good. You know I'm always trying to look 5-star. So yes, Suit You. It's all courtesy of them. They take care of us. I'm not saying they give us free stuff. I mean, literally, we go in and they take really good care of us. Make sure that we have something that fits good, and if not, then they tailor it. And this is not just some big shill. We've been getting our suits from Suit You for years and years and years. So when they show us love back, we really like it. So big shout out to Suit You online. But yeah, Suit You. Go ahead, Bo. You know you're singing the song. Lurvy says Matt the Rat and Prince Unhappy Fairy Tale Gaston should join the Reverend instead of forming their own faction. False Prophet seems to be reoccurring with Jennifer Bruce and Ray Collins. Yeah, Bulletproof Bruce was seen with a pamphlet. So stay tuned to Memphis Wrestling and see what all this mess is about. Willie says, Dustin, you should be in the commercials for Suit You. Let's do it. Come on, brother. Arturo says Memphis Bears are the best, and I'm going to be cheering on for them. Larry says, a fan getting super kicked by Derek King instead of one of the posse members. Could it be that the fans are seated too close to the action? I think so. And one of the things that really worries me is the camera operators and their cords around ringside. So it makes it very, very dangerous, especially when the fans are close. Old School Dave says, Dustin and crew. Oh, yeah. Thanks, brother. Patrick says, I was confused about Hammerstone and Ortiz because when they advertised it as a title match, but when Hammerstone came out, he didn't have the belt. So what happened? I'm not sure what happened. Just one of those things. Look at this right up there at the top, $9.99. So there you go, right there. Get in my DMs and we'll make sure you guys get those tickets. Thank you guys so much. That is freaking awesome. And I'm trying to see who did that. I'm going to get to it, and I'll shout you out because I don't want to lose my spot here. Patrick, I'm not really sure. I just don't get into that mix. If it works within the story of what we're doing, cool. But if not, and right now those titles didn't mean anything in the stories that we're telling. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm just saying in the stories that we are telling, those titles are not the focus. Franchise Shane Douglas, former member of Revolution in the New Blood. He's also a member of the Triple Threat and ECW. He's coming soon to Memphis Wrestling. He was a blast. And I can't say anything. I'm going to stooge it off. Wait till you see. Hollywood Jimmy was wrestling with the Dinosaurs back in the day, says Z. I think you're right. Glenn says was part of the NWA till the split went with Marquez. Yes, Marquez was there a lot of those ways. So I love NWA just like Dave Marquez does, but it's a different business nowadays. Was the Minnick at the time? Okay, I know Alvin Minnick. Big Ben Bishop versus Aaron Roberts. Ooh, Big Ben Bishop versus Jack Tolos. Wrestling with MMA says interested to see what Barnabas has up his Carney sleeve. Willie says 1949 Memphis Wrestling debut. There you go. Both of them, old as dirt. That means lots of great, rich tradition. Lurvy says UWN, I wouldn't mind being Dave Marquez's NWA. Bring in the wrestlers, NWA, WWE, AEW. And others aren't making better use of it. Evil Uno would look good in Memphis Wrestling ring since AEW didn't see it in it. Well, okay, so Evil Uno came. He came, he did great with us, and we do want to bring Evil Uno back. He came last year, so, you'll probably see some of these superstars once a year. Steve says Dustin's always dressed sharp, and look at this, old school Dave. Can we get a shout out to Rebecca Sharp, Australia's biggest Memphis Wrestling fan and ambassador? Much, much love, Rebecca Sharp. We really appreciate it, all the way from Australia, man. Well, much love that we're sending right here from Memphis, Tennessee. We are Memphis Wrestling, and man, oh man, you guys just make it all worth it. So old school Dave, thank you so much. What we're going to do with that $9.99 is we're going to put that $9.99 into tickets, so that way we had a chat a little bit earlier where we can use that. So thank you so much, old school Dave. I think I have somebody at the door. Larry says, by the way, nice dinner jacket, Dustin. You should be in a suit commercial. Get out of here. Dustin Starr is like the song from ZZ Top. I know Big Ben competes in a new promotion just opened up in my hometown, Lancaster. Yeah, he dominates all across the country. He was at Impact Wrestling here not too long ago. Recent Tolos wrestler. Let me get through here, guys. What's up, Coy? How are you? Yes, old school Dave, thank you so much. And yes, Bill Dundee, I think he is from the land down under. Next live show, Coy, is coming up on March the 26th. All right, guys, I have to get ready for the Memphis Grizzlies game tonight, but I want to remind you, if you missed Memphis Wrestling today, you can watch today's episode and all the episodes in full, absolutely free, right here on this YouTube channel. Also tomorrow at noon, it's Championship Wrestling presented by Car Shield. Check it out, and I will see you guys live at the shows. Oh, yeah. You guys hear my door knocking?